People keep messing with stuff. Why? Why? What's going on? How y'all doing, man? Gotta get this camera together. People down here in my studio messing with stuff. You know, they think they helping, but they not. They just in the way. You know, moving things around. I mean, I appreciate it, but if I don't ask you to do it, don't do it. Anyway, all right. I ain't been on here in a minute since I think last Saturday. I gotta fight with the camera again. All right, just getting frustrated. All right. All right, there we go. Always a way. You just gotta be patient. All right. What's up, y'all? What's up? How y'all feeling, man? You know? Yeah, been a lot going on since last Saturday. But I guess we can come out the gate with the Warriors in in Boston. I keep telling people you know, if you know basketball, you you pay attention to patterns. You know, y'all see me with my Dob on. I ain't had a Dob in years. I used to wear these in the '80s, and I've been married like all together maybe. I'm on my second marriage, so probably 16 years all together between both. So, um, you know, shit. Last time I wore me a dog probably was back in shit. Probably when I was like probably 35. I'm 52 now, so over 20 years. So yeah. I had all colors. This a Kango jump. Very big back in the day. You know. But if you pay attention to patterns, that noise is my foot massager. I brought that here. So when I record, I give myself a massage. Genius, right? Um, yeah. So if they go 7 games, the Warriors won the first game. So I feel like the Warriors will win the last game, and they won last night. So on Monday night, Boston gonna win that game. It's like, the first game is so important because it put pressure on the following team or the opponent. It put pressure on the opponent to get their weight up, And what I mean by that is it put pressure on them to okay, I got the edge. That's what I want to say. I got the edge. So therefore, you gotta play hard. Not me. You gotta play hard the next game. So it's like you playing hard, but then you not. You kind of reserving because the pressure is on the opposing team that's trying to tie the game. I mean, I don't know if y'all following me, but that's what I'm trying to say. When you win that first game, it's like to a degree you can kind of relax a little bit, but not relax. But it's the pressure on the next team to play hard to try to wait. I mean, to try to tie the game. And now when they tie the game, now okay, we putting 1,000% into the energy of winning the next game. Because now that second team, the opposing team that lost the first game, they done put 1,000% into winning the second game. So the third game, your energy level is on 1,000 and theirs is just depleted because they fought so hard. So now I'm just saying the next team, like in this situation, Boston gonna come out at 1,000%, and Golden State gonna be at 100% because they're gonna be lax a little bit. They still gotta reserve energy, and you know, if Boston, if the team that's down not going 1,000%, then they gonna lose. But if they really bring that energy, so they gonna keep trading off. So it's 3 games left. They played the fourth game last night. So Boston gonna win Monday. Oh shoot, that might not be the case. So okay, Golden State will win the sixth game. Now, okay, okay, basically from what I'm saying, Boston should win that last game. Excuse me, because of the trade off. Now, if Boston lose, it's because of the experience. And Curry spoke on it last night. They was like asking him, "You literally took the game over and put the game on your back. So when did you know you had to do that?" He answered, "We've been here 6 times before, so we know what to do." Basically, it's automatic. Your experience just go into its own mode, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what happened. Um, it's just become automatic. Like when you get in your car and you drive, your muscle memory already knows what to do. You know what I'm saying? Without you even thinking about it. As they say, it's like riding a bike. Something you've been doing for a long time is automatic now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your body muscle memory just takes over when you get determined and get focused. And so that's what you witnessed last night. Like when LeBron won the chip when he was with Cleveland, he literally took over that whole series by himself and just went into Superman mode. So, same thing if you watch Jordan in any of them 6 games, championships that he won. These are like, I say, the golden guys or the golden child, the golden one. You know, you know what I'm trying to say. These dudes are just special that can just turn that switch, or really they don't even know when they activate. It's just a mode that you go into. I don't even know if you can control it. It's just like when you somebody in football that I saw that go like that beast mode when Beast Mode, when they won that first championship, that whole year, Seattle, Beast Mode was in a mode. Nobody could stop this dude. You know, it reminded me of looking at Bo Jackson at his prime. He couldn't be stopped, you know, until injury slowed him down. And then that injury hindered him and took him out far as football is concerned. But nobody could stop this dude. You know, so these are like chosen ones. These are gifted individuals. You know, so yeah. So I done gave you some small talk, 6, 10 minutes in. All right, let's get into the feature, and I'm gonna do these in 30-minute increments because I ain't did nothing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, none today. Saturday, me and my man Fred, we gonna bring y'all the throwbacks later on in the day. So I got my son outside doing the grass, and he gonna half-ass it if I don't go out there and see what he doing. You know, he'll cut the whole yard, but he won't trim, the fence, and it be weeds all up against the fence area. And my wife was like, he ain't cut the yard. I say he did. You know, she was like, well, it still look long out there. So I knew what she was talking about, But I did defend him. I said, no, he cut the grass. He just didn't do the edging. He didn't do the trimming. So I gotta make sure he do that today. The last time he cut the grass is I think I had to make him run. And so when I came back, he was finished up. Mind you, he's a college student now. So I told him when you come home, your duties resume. You know what I'm saying? Your room, the trash, your bathroom, the yard, that's your duties. You earn your keep by taking care of your chores. You still have chores. Now, mind you, these kids done been living on their own for a semester, a whole semester, with 2 semesters, literally a year. So, and what tripped me out was he done really got a taste of what it is to have his own apartment because his roommate moved out and transferred to another school, and they didn't never give him another roommate. So he done had the whole dorm to himself. So he really like stretching out. He got the whole dorm to himself, and he ain't got to share the room. He in there stretching out. So I know to come back home to chores. He looking at me like man. But see, this what I need to tell these kids and parents. You need to do the same thing. Yeah, your kids 18. They away living on the dorms. They away living on the dorms and away at school. But you're not independent. You are an adult legally, but you're not independent. You're dependent. And what that means is you still under your parents' roof and they caring for you. They feeding you your food, they're giving you shelter, they're giving you money, you know. So unless you out in the world taking care of all of that money, you got your own roof and you feeding yourself, you know. You're dependent. You're not independent. Okay? Unless you're from up under your parents' roof, so let's get that straight. I had to say that a few times, in my household, and I had to say that to some relatives and friends I had to remind them, hey, your children are, yeah, young adults, but they're not independent. They're dependents. And I break down the meaning of that because these kids will get it twisted. You're not growing than me in my house ever. That's first and foremost. You don't do what I do or think you got the right of passage to do what I do in my house. And that ain't happening. You're never my equal in my house. I don't care how successful you is or what you do for a living. And even if you land that job that make you $1 million in my house, you're never growner than me. I'm always the king. That's just what that is. And the wife is the queen. And don't you ever think that you are entitled to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm referring to a specific situation, but I ain't got to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you know your boy handled it, whatever it was, because I don't play that. I left home at 19, okay? I had a construction job making $18 an hour. I was a bricklayer, okay? That was my first real job. You know, bringing home $1,800 after taxes, you know. And my mother was living in public housing, and they sent my mother a letter saying her rent done went up to $1,000 because I was living there making that kind of money. So I was like, no sweat, I'll pay that. My mother like, no, you're not. You gonna get a job. No, you're gonna go get your own place. You gotta move. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I just finished 2 semesters, so a whole year of college, and my grandmother died. So think about it. I literally got pushed out the house at 19 years old. I finished 2 semesters, a whole year of college, and then my grandmother died, and I was doing all this at the same time, literally. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. And my mother like, you're not gonna pay that kind of rent here. You gonna go get you a real place to stay, your own apartment. And I was upset about it. You know, I was angry. And I was like, this crazy, you know. So, you know, at this point in time, you know, us that the sacrifice and now our kids can go to school, we gotta be that support for them. As long as they behaving and doing what they supposed to do, and you ain't gotta be beefing with them about what they supposed to be doing and what not to be doing. You know, you look out for your kids, meaning when they graduate school, let them get a job and let them save some money. Let them know you're not going to live off of me forever. You got to go out in the world and, you know, you got to hold your own. You are expected to be independent. And you're not going to be independent under my roof because you can't. You got to go out in the world and hold your own and have your own. But we need to make sure that they're prepared. If they go to school, we got to make sure they get their job in their field, and then they need to save some money once they got their job. I was like 10, 15,000. So how they gonna do that? That mean when they get their money, you know, you're not going out making Jordan rich, buying every color pair of shoes or Michael Jordan. No, you gonna put that money in the bank and you gonna save $500 of each one of your checks. That's what you gonna do. you know. And once you get to 15,000, then now, boom, go ahead, trade the car in that I gave you to get a new car of your dreams, something you can handle. Get what you want, cause you deserve it. You done worked hard. You done graduated college. You got your job. Do you? If you ain't got no kids and you ain't married, which I advise you not to do, I think in your twenties is your time to just enjoy your time. Cause 30 is a timeline to start your foundation of getting married and buying a home, having kids, and that's the next level of your life. Playtime is over. Because what you don't want to do is be a 50-year-old having a newborn. You want to get out and run around with your kid. I had my son at 31, 32. He 18 now. I'm 52. And I get out there and I bust him. You know, him and his brother. I bring it to him on the court. The little dudes out there be like, damn, OG still got it. I be busting their ass. And then they play the little setback, reset basketball where you gotta go back to the line. I hate that shit. I hate playing like that, but that's the way that they play. So I'm like, all right, cool. I got my win together. So now, yeah, you know, I'm in it to win it. They act like I was tripping when I was trying to play. I'm like, nah, what's this? Nah, if it come off the rim, we take it back up. It would trip me out. They act like that type of style of the game never exists. And they was like, yeah, 100 years ago, but don't nobody play like that. I was like, this some bullshit. I said, whoever invented this wasn't made for no old man game. Cause I was struggling. I say I've been playing this style maybe 5 years now, but the first 2 years it was real. Like I was winded, you know. I damn near had to go, get on a respirator machine after playing like that for the first 2 years. But that third year, yeah, yeah, I got my legs, I got my wind together. It's on now. I play with the best of them. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I could do maybe 2, 3 games like that, then I'm done. Now a one-on-one, a hard fought one-on-one, we going at each other, and one game will do it for me. I can't mess with it no more because, when you playing 33, you have multiple people, and we usually play, a trio. My son, his brother Chris, and myself. And we all get our streaks on and we win it. I think my son won the last one. I won the first one that we started for the summer, and maybe I won the first two, as a group. And one on one, me and my son, he up 2-1. I won the first game, so they games getting better. They getting stronger in their game, their shots, their whole game overall. So, I be seeing the confidence in when they win. So, a hard fought game and you earned it, it's a confidence booster. I know it is for me. Cause when I'm out there running around with these young bucks and I whoop them, I feel good. I'm like, yeah, y'all keep sleeping on the old man. I still got it. I ain't in the rocket chair yet. Maybe 20 more years. Not even at 70. Maybe, I'm gonna be out there as long as I can run that court and and shoot, I'm gonna be out there. I keep saying 70 in the rocking chair. Shoot, I'm gonna still be rocking that 70. Maybe 100. I'll sit down, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I especially be watching how all these people turning 100 years old, 110, 102. That's gonna be me. Y'all gonna see me on TV as one of the residents of the DMV at 100 years old. And I'm gonna have a cake made with my face on it with $100 bill, a C note. You feel me? You know, yeah. So, cause I did it I had one made for 50 years old. It's only right. Oh, well, it is no $75 bill. So, uh, uh, you know, so I was just saying I should get one for 75, but that's a long way out. But I will get one for 100 because I'm gonna live to be 100. You know, and I just feel that I am. You know, I don't know that for sure, but you know, I'm always optimistic, and I'm speaking things into existence. I'm claiming it. That don't mean that it's gonna happen, but in my mind, I'm confident like that. So, yeah. What we talk about, man? I ain't even got to none of the titles. That's how long I ain't been filming, you know. Cause when I get real talkative, you know, it's just crazy. I'm a so what I did, all right, let's go into Lori Harvey and my man what's his name? Michael B. Duncan. Okay. What's going on with that? Really, what's really going on with that? You know what I'm saying? And you know, well, I feel like it was arranged. Like somebody told me that Gunner and what's the girl name? Haley from Holly and what's her name? Chloe and Holly, the girls Beyonce signed. You know, they're singers. Gunner was going with Chloe. They was like, that's an industry hookup. I think Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey was an industry hookup because to me, she liked thugs. She liked thugs, and Michael B. Jordan was somebody that was too clean. Like, look at her track record. Trey Songz, he ratchet. That's the homie though. Diddy, she messed with Diddy, and then I heard she was dealing with Diddy's son. You know, before Diddy, or maybe it was a decoy for Diddy for her to be seen with Justin. You know, cause he an old dude messing with a young chick, and then she Steve Harvey son. I mean daughter. She Steve Harvey daughter. So I think they were like, look, you know, until the world really figure it out, let's stay low with it. I probably don't really want your pops to know right off the top, but Steve Harvey know Puff, and they went out to brunch, and so Steve might have had a problem with it, but the mother didn't. Marjorie, like, oh, he caked up. You gonna get some of that money. So my theory is honestly, he asked her to marry her, and he say, well, I need you to sign a prenup. You know, no, she don't need his money, but nor am I gonna just marry you without protecting myself. You know, you know, so I really believe that Lori Harvey, when she do marry, she want to marry somebody that that don't put disclaimers out there, you know. Now, you know, I think she one of the women because she been taught by her mother. A man supposed to welcome you to his money, like Steve Harvey did with me. Now, I don't know their situation, you know. Did she help Steve Harvey get to this point so they partners? Or did Steve Harvey already had money and she had money? I mean, the world is wicked and unfair, and when you're mad at each other, I'm talking about in couple situations, you know, anything can go left. And with that being said, you know, anything can go left, whereas though we love each other today, but we enemies tomorrow. And when women get mad, when men get mad, they get vicious. And getting vicious is going to the bank to clean out the account. I just saw something that said somebody, I'm sure it was a lady, put out there that, hey, when you date me from now on, we both going to put $250 in the account or in a joint account a week. No, I think she said a month. And whoever cheat get to take that. No, whoever cheat first, whoever get cheated on, that's who get and have the right to that money. So I'm sure, I guess you're signing a contract, you know. So that's one way to keep your relationship honest, you know, because that'll be some nice bread that you putting away, you know, and whoever cheat, you know, the next person, whoever the person get cheated on, you have your nice little savings. But ain't that really extreme that we got to go through that? But I did learn something from Steve Harvey. You know, I never agreed with the joint account thing, but I see why it's necessary. But I never agreed to it because I done heard horror stories about women cleaning out the account or whoever cleaning out the account. I don't trust people on that level like that. So guess what? Steve Harvey say, well, we got a solution to that problem. It should be three accounts that exist. Three accounts. My account, your account, and the bills account. So whatever the bills are that you pay within your household, when you get paid, you put the bill money in that account on both sides. She put her bill money in there, you put your bill money in there, pay the bills. Whoever responsible for the bills, pay the bills. You got your account, I got mine, you know, and that just keep a lot of drama from being stirred up, you know. Because I know for a fact, you steal my money, I'm going to hurt you straight up. And that's going to be what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, and people change. I would think you wouldn't put no money in the account with folks you don't know, but people change. People are conniving, people be scheming, people be manipulative, and don't fall for it. I don't care how much you love your spouse or whoever and all that. You don't trust me? No, I don't. Get over it, you know. So I'm just saying, you just gotta shut scammers down and people that's on the tape. So that's one way to do that. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, say like even your people that, you know, unless they get your PIN number, they can't take nothing out your account. But people just can't go to a bank and just withdraw money without your consent. Because now your bank will call you and you are who? And why you got Mr. Chamberlain's card and woo, 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 woo. You know, if I don't call and give my consent and my information that you heard from me and my codes, my security codes, if I don't give all that, they're not going to let you into nobody account. So that's great for that to be established in this day and time. So that's what I think. That's what's going on with Lloyd Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. You know what I'm saying? They are, you know, young, they famous, they rich, and I just really believe that he offended her when he said we gonna sign a prenup. So of course the mama flew off the handle. What do you mean a prenup? You know, you don't tell nobody that you love, whatever. So I appreciate you being smart. And then you looking out for her too. You know what I'm saying? Because when y'all get married, whatever that's hers is yours now, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Now, lest you do contracts that say, hey, I acquired this before I met you. You have no entitlement to this. But you got to put that in writing. Because they got this thing called, well, if I'm with you 25 years or 10 years, then you got to pay spousal support. And that's on some, okay, a quality of life. That's what they call it. So if I've been with you for this amount of time, I still deserve to live this type of lifestyle. I mean, in a way, when you think about it, okay, but that go both ways. So have that energy when a man come into court and want the same rights that they give to the women. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I'm from the old school. If you leave the situation, you leave what you came with. So if you ain't had no money, then you don't leave with no money. Now, in their case, they both got money, you know. So the scenario is you ain't leaving with my money or any of it other than what I give you. You know, now money ain't an issue. When two people got money, I mean, like, you ain't really gotta give each other money. You just buy gifts, exotic gifts. Like Jay-Z and Beyonce really spoiled each other when it comes to gifts. Cause you don't have to give each other money. Why? You got it. Y'all both got your own. So when it's on the same level, I think they and I was surprised. They talking about my Lori Hardy is worth $43 million. I'm like, for what? What she do to get $43 million? Now, uh, from what I'm hearing and from what I'm seeing, she's listed as a model, and I think she's actually been modeling since she was a teen. So, and then she might have been getting deals, cosmetic deals and stuff. And if you go on Marjorie Harvey page, it's a lot of pictures of them both. I think she's her manager in the modeling world. And they go worldwide to places and she do work. So I don't know. Maybe she is. I mean, I don't know. But I watched a document, not a documentary, but a video and they quoted $40 million for her. I'm like, damn, you know, she caked up for real. So, but then is she really just a young lady enjoying her life being a player, which kind of is frowned upon from a woman? But women, they like to be players too, just like us men. I pride myself on being a player out there back in the day when I was a socialite. That's what they say now. It's a name for being a party goer. That's what I was. And somebody say, yeah, so you was in the socialite world. I was like, yeah, 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 that what you say. That sound good. You know. Yeah, I was definitely a socialite. You know. I used to show up parties that I wasn't even invited to, me and my crew. But they was glad we was there because we come to party. We got the women up to dance and having a good time, and we was invited to the after parties. We was invited to events out of town, you know, and you know, uh I keep referring to this movie, The Wedding Crashes. And so I was like, man, that's us right there. We the party crashers. So how these boys was crashing parties and acting up, we was doing the same thing for parties. So it was notorious, you know. And I got an idea, you know, for a movie, you know, and yeah, I think I'm gonna get with my man and start doing some short films. And yeah, you know, and it's gonna be based on my experiences of going to events. And you know, that's why that's why I just said it. I mean, because your experience is not my experience, and mine is not yours. So ain't no biggie on that. Uh, I got a guy rest in heaven. My rest in heaven, Master P daughter. Let's get some visuals on that. And we got an actor also that died, and then the football player that died as well in a car crash, and it took out his girlfriend as well. So let's get to all that, man, and you know, I'm gonna go check on my son out there. All right, acclaimed actor Fred Ward. You see his face. You know him in numerous movies and whatnot, and you know. But let's do Master P. Daughter first. All right, we 40 minutes in. We're gonna take it to an hour, and then I'm gonna go check on my son because I know he ain't do the job right. You know, so I know I'm gonna go out there and say you ain't do this and you need to do that. So I heard the door open. So I don't know if he finished that quick or not. I know he ain't finished that quick. He ain't do the trimming because when I told him, I know it went in one ear, went out the other. So all right, Master P wife, no daughter. She look like Trina a little bit. Master P. His daughter is named Tatiana Miller. So this is her right here. So uh from what the news is saying that she died from an overdose, and she had mental disorders on the kind of like on the same level of what's her name, Naomi Judd. You know, um, I didn't even know of this young lady. I know P had Romeo and Symphony. You know, the daughter that used to rap and act on Nickelodeon. You know, and of course Romeo. You know, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that that he had another daughter other than Romeo and Symphony. You know, and let's get some background on that. He basically said that he's going to get more involved in mental disorder, mental health, and you know, he said that they going to stop grieving now. You know, they don't had their time to grieve, and you know, now that it's been almost a month that she's gone, so he gonna get out and start being an activist and bring awareness to mental health and drug addiction and abuse, which is great because you got a big platform and it'll do somebody, it'll make somebody a difference. You know what I'm saying? It'll make a difference with somebody, and you know, at the end of the day, so that's great on his part. You know, because P been in the game for a minute, out in the public eye. You know, going through stuff with his ex-wife. I think his ex-wife is abused. I think she abused was a victim of drug abuse. Yeah, I think his ex-wife uh, was a victim of drug abuse, and so he was fighting that battle with her, and she going to court getting money from him and everything to go get high, and you know, he was like, you know, basically, I'm not gonna support your habit. You're not gonna make me broke and making the dope man rich. You know, I think that's why I don't smoke. You know, because I just can't look at making somebody else rich by taking their money. You know, every dime that I get to get, you know, I just can't do it. But that ain't never been my thing. You know, if anything, I'm a drink. You know, and it's kind of like the same thing. You buying somebody Hennessy, whoever own Hennessy or Corona, it's kind of like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like if I smoke though, now that you can own your own weed dispensaries and all that, if I ever start to smoke, I want to own my own dispensary. I want to be like Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson say he smoked $40,000 of weed a month. I want to be like that. So if I can't get it like that, because you own the spot,